All right, let's talk about something we hear about all the time: VPNs. Virtual private networks. In this explainer, we're going to break down what they actually are, how they act like a shield for what you do online, and really why they've become such a big deal for a lot of us.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever really stopped to think about who can see what you're doing online? I mean, it's a simple question, right? But the answer, well, it can be kind of creepy. Every single time you go online, you're basically shouting your activity out into a crowded room. The real question is, who's listening in? Well, for starters, your internet service provider, yep, the company you pay every month, they have a front row seat to literally everything. And what about when you're on that free Wi-Fi at the coffee shop or the airport? You might as well be using a megaphone. Your connection is pretty much an open book for anyone else on that network who's feeling a little nosy. Okay, so let's call this section your digital footprint, the problem of online visibility, because that's really the heart of the issue, right? This visibility. Everything you click, search, or watch online leaves behind a trail. It's like a digital footprint in the sand that can be followed, recorded, and, you guessed it, analyzed. So how do you cover your tracks? How do you protect that footprint? Well, that brings us to our next part. What is a VPN? The solution for a private connection. This is the tool, the technology, designed specifically to give you back that private, secure connection to the internet. Okay, so there's the textbook definition. An overlay network that uses network virtualization. Whoa, okay, that's a mouthful. It sounds super technical, I know, but here's the simple way to think about it. A VPN just creates a private, secure bubble for you that sits on top of the regular, public, and let's be honest, often insecure internet. And this image here really helps visualize it. You can see you've got these different offices, you've got people working from home, and they're all connecting to the main headquarters. But they're doing it over the public internet. The VPN is that magic layer in between. It's like building a private, secure bridge over a busy public highway, connecting everybody together in one safe, unified network. So how does it pull this off? Well, it all comes down to two key ingredients: encryption and tunneling. Encryption basically scrambles your data, turning it into complete gibberish for anyone trying to peek. And tunneling creates that private pathway for the scrambled data to travel through. The best analogy? Think of an armored car driving your secret messages through its own private underground tunnel. Nobody can see what's inside, and nobody can even get to the car.
All right, so what does that armored car in a tunnel actually get you? Let's talk about it. Section 3, privacy and security, the core benefits of using a VPN.
So, number one, your ISP can't snoop on you anymore. I mean, they can see that you're online, but what you're doing, it's completely unreadable to them. That's the power of encryption. It just boosts your confidentiality through the roof. It also seriously cuts down the risk of so-called sniffing attacks. That's just a fancy term for when someone on the same public Wi-Fi tries to spy on your data. And finally, it makes sure your data gets where it's going without anyone messing with it along the way. Okay, we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. Next up, how a VPN works, a simple look inside the tunnel. Let's pop the hood. Really, it all breaks down into 4 pretty simple steps. First, you hit Connect on your VPN app that tells your computer to connect to a special server owned by your VPN provider. Step 2, that connection instantly creates the secure encrypted tunnel we've been talking about. 3, all of your internet activity, every website, every video gets funneled through that private tunnel. And finally, step 4, your data pops out at the VPN server, gets decrypted, and then heads out to its final destination on the web. Simple as that. And this diagram here just shows that whole process from start to finish. You can see the handshake, where your device and the server say hello, the tunnel being built, the data flowing through it, and then, when you're done, the connection is terminated. It's like building a temporary, secret passage that only exists for as long as you need it. Now, the magic that makes all this happen is a bunch of secure technologies called protocols. You might hear geeks throw around names like IPsec or TLS. Honestly, you don't need to worry about the nitty-gritty details. Just think of them as the super reliable engines that power the whole system, making all this secure communication possible. So, who's actually using this stuff? Let's take a look. Our next section, choosing your connection, VPNs in the wild. We're going to see the 2 main ways this tech is used in the real world. So you've basically got 2 main flavors. On the one hand, you have personal use. That's probably what you're most familiar with. It's you on your laptop, connecting to your office network from home, or maybe just using a VPN for better privacy while you browse. Then on the other side, you've got the big league corporate stuff. This is called site-to-site, and it connects entire office networks together. We're talking about making the New York and London offices act like they're in the same building, all through a secure VPN connection.
And if you're thinking this is some niche tech for hackers and spies, think again. The scale is just massive. Get ready for this number, 1.75 billion.
Yeah, that's how many people are estimated to have used a VPN just last year. This is not a niche tool anymore, not by a long shot. We're talking about a global market that's on track to be worth more than $76 billion pretty soon. It's huge.
And all of this really leaves us with one big question to chew on. In a world where we do everything online, where our digital footprints just get bigger and bigger every single day, is privacy a luxury anymore? Or have tools like VPNs become a flat-out necessity, just another essential part of living in the digital age? It's something to think about.